I just think it's so absurd that, like, I have to prioritize, like, do I have somewhere to live, or do I possibly get my mother sick with an illness that she most likely couldn't survive? It just puts me in a really horrible position, because if I go home, there's a really strong chance that I could make my mother very ill. And that's a lot of pressure and responsibility to put on me. We got an email saying that the school is closing for all intents and purposes, that students needed to go home and not return from spring break if they were gone, which is leaving a lot of first generation and low-income students homeless, and especially queer students and people who don't have good relationships with their families. I'm not super concerned about whether or not I get sick. I'm a healthy individual. That's not exactly my first concern, but my concern is about the people who I could pass that on to, especially my mother. My mother has several severe autoimmune diseases such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, which makes her extremely susceptible to illness. The school is supposed to reopen on the 5th, but of course no one knows that for sure. I mean, there's a possibility, just like many other schools, that they might have to completely evacuate. And if that's the case, I will be permanently stuck living in a living room. I'm also supposed to be attending classes and trying to be a functioning student. I'm a junior who's preparing for my thesis. I'm supposed to be doing research, and I'm supposed to be doing all these projects for my classes. And I don't know how I can do that. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that living in someone's living room. Out of one of my suitcases, because I won't be able to get back into my dorm, or how I'm supposed to do that going back home to Montana.